All right, so actually 2 weeks worth of updates for everyone here due to two pretty significant reasons. Number one, I had a very, very significant life event, which I'll talk about in a minute. But also number two, I had some really bad computer issues, which didn't allow me to upload this week. So I just got my computer back today and figured I'd throw this stuff up. Luckily for everyone, it was a deload week, so nothing really exciting, but I did decide to have a little bit of fun on this particular day. So for squats here, the fun part was I got to wear my spandex pants. That's more fun for you than anybody. But on the next exercise I did was bench work. Decided to go ahead and push for a heavy single because I didn't really feel like I needed a deload here. So went for 342 pounds, and this crushed me pretty bad. This was really slow and really ugly. But that being said, this would be a competition PR with somewhat of an ugly pause. In fact, I actually did it again because I thought I could get it a little bit better because I jumped a lot in warm-ups, and this was a lot worse. This is the slowest rep of my life. My butt comes off the bench. You can actually see I have my cell phone in my pocket of these spandex pants just in case I killed myself or pinned myself down. I could just reach for that cell phone in my pants and call for help. Seriously, that's why I had it there. For day two, had some singles at deadlift. Decided to break out the deadlift bar for the first time in forever. I think I've only used this thing a handful of times. I don't think it really helped that much here because the weight wasn't too heavy, but it's fun to just use different equipment in some cases, and I figured I could do it on this deload week because the numbers weren't anything too serious and it wouldn't really matter if I screwed around too much. Also some other back off bench work here, and everything was moving pretty good. So for day three, my fun was wearing a singlet, and I like to wear these every now and then, not because it helps me get used to a competition. I've competed enough where I'm very comfortable in a singlet, even though looking at my bulge or lack thereof, you would think I shouldn't be as comfortable wearing them. But just sometimes I like to break them out just because it's fun for me to do. I don't know how else to explain it, but these squats moved pretty good. And that's all I really have to say about that. I mean, it's a deload week. What the hell do you want me to say? Moved on to bench, again, some back off work. And I love wearing singlets for bench day because it actually makes my legs and butt look pretty big. Take a look at those hammies and that definition. It's the only time you can see it. And if I have to wear a singlet to do so, then gosh darn it, I'm going to wear a singlet. Day four, some deadlift work, and I've really been trying to make sure I brace myself better at the bottom of these pulls, and I think it's helping some because my back isn't as rounded as it normally is. But that being said, I really need to work on my hip flexors and loosening up because I think that's having me almost hyperextend in some cases just because I'm having to pull even further and it's very over-exaggerated, which is not something I wanted. So that ends the deload week, and overall I was pretty happy and looking forward to get into the next training week, and that's where the real big event happened in my life. So for those of you that weren't aware, probably because I didn't really share it, my wife and I welcomed our son into the world early Monday morning. That being said, my life's been a whirlwind ever since, and training has taken a backseat, and I expect it to for the next several weeks and or months. But I did get some training in. Roughly a week later, I was able to squat again. So this was on Thursday. These things crushed me. I did 3 sets of 3 at 220, and they felt awful, but it felt really good to train. Moved on to bench, 3 sets of 3 again, at about 130 or about roughly 290 pounds. Again, felt really heavy, but again, just happy I could train. And I was actually alternating between those sets of squats and bench, so I was really fatigued because I literally only had about 40 minutes to train. And that brought us to today, the day I'm uploading this, August 4th. And what I did here is just some pulls and some bench work. 4 sets of 3 here with 45. I didn't want to push the numbers as much as I did the day before because, again, even though it's just been a couple of days since I trained, it was really tiring considering everything that's been going on, lack of sleep, lack of food, whatever. I'm not sure what my programming is going to look like over the next couple of weeks, but I'm just going to get it in while I can because that's the best way to do it, and that's probably what led to the birth of my son. But as always, thanks so much for watching, everybody. I'm not sure when I will upload again. I'm going to try to get something out this week, but I'll catch you next time.